Thursday morning at Moi Girls Nairobi.
At home, all sorrow will be over when I get home.
Friends and family gathered to pay their last respects for the 9 young girls who perished in the inferno. It was an emotional moment for their colleagues, holding on to their portraits as they marched past 9 coffins draped in white linen. Parents and close relatives are still in shock. They could barely hold back tears. 9 girls whose bright future was cut short by a violent inferno that spread across the dormitory where mainly Form 1 students slept.
Families, distinguished guests, the BOM chairman.
Glowing tributes to flowers plucked from their midst.
Truly, can we throw away all the good moments that we might have shared with them? Honestly, the memories are and will always be engraved in our hearts. Life is like a pendulum. It has its ups, it has its downs. We cannot escape the inevitability of death. And sadly, your time came.
Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang was here to condole with the school. He says the Education Ministry is considering raising the age for enrollment in boarding schools, besides instituting mandatory training on safety measures for all children going to boarding school.
We shall be making far-reaching policy changes that will be affecting the way we run our boarding schools and the way our children stay in our boarding schools, both in primary schools and secondary schools.
My administration has acquired 24 brand new fire engines which will be distributed across every corner of the city, besides building 2 new ultra-modern fire stations in Dagoretti and Ruaraka for better response.
The challenge and the areas I see that we'll need to focus on, and I commit myself to as a friend of the school, is to make sure we pay attention to issues such as the well-being of our girls, their mental health, the safety standards and precautions in the school, even things like fire drills.
We will make sure, and I want to promise that I will make sure that at least for Nairobi County, all schools will implement the safety code. That I promise. But
Deputy President's wife, Rachel Ruto, urged the affected families to remain strong by God's grace.
I was reminded of the words in the Bible, the book of Psalms 11. If the foundations be shaken, what can the righteous do? Today, we are here as the family and the community of Moi Girls, shaken. Even our own motto, Nuru na Uhai, is shaken today, because when we thought that we had it all, we had this situation that came and has affected us as the family of Moi Girls. The Bible in Psalms 121 says, I look up to the mountains. Where does my help come from?
The 9 bodies were completely charred and only identified through a DNA exercise that was completed on Tuesday. Other students who sustained injuries are still receiving treatment. A Form 1 student accused of having ignited the deadly fire has been charged with 9 counts of murder.